Kite Man, hell yeah! Series 1, Episode 1, titled Pilot, hell yeah! Of course, this is the beginning of the Harley Quinn spin off. And oddly enough, I think a lot of people were like, oh yeah, they're making a Kite Man spin off. Yeah, that could be cool. Meanwhile, I'm like, what do you do with Kite Man? Like, again, in the Harley Quinn show, like, you build a relationship with him and Ivy, and then you create a triangle between, the two of them with Harley, and then Ivy chooses Harley, and then the rest is history. But I was like, outside of that, it lets him go evil, and more evil, and say, "Fuck you, Harley Quinn, you stole my girl." Unless you're doing that, I'm like, what do you do? What do you do with Kite Man? He's a guy, even like, does it generally with action sequences. I'm like, what do you do? He's Kite Man. I like Kite Man, but I was like, maybe he works better as a supporting character. Like, I don't know. But we're here. The spin-off is here, and now the first episode has come out. And for pilot, hell yeah, it's not a bad first episode. It's not a bad first episode. It's clearly setting up the main story, which is dealing with Lex Luthor having a suitcase, and inside the suitcase is the anti-life equation, which, if you know anything about Darkseid, Darkseid really loves that anti-life equation. Like, it's kind of his Infinity Stones. So I'm like, whoo, my guess we're going to deal with Darkseid as our main villain. Like, Lex Luthor is like, I can control Darkseid. Darkseid's for sure. And while reality, Lex is, meanwhile, Darkseid's Darkseid, and all that. So, I'm like, okay, that's our big season part. That's where we're leaning on to. Like, another Darkseid invasion. But the main plot of this episode, which is Lex Luthor buys the bar, and then Kite Man, along with his girlfriend, Goldwider, who is Captain Cold's sister, that is trying to build and get 10 grand, and trying to do things illegally. Like, he goes and asks his father, but his father's like, 10 grand, even on a wit, fuck off. No, because it's you. You are a bastard of a son. And I'm like, god damn. Whew. No, it's some family love. The only love you have is Goldwire. And yes, in this episode, we do have a scene, a cameo from Ivy and Harley, and with the montage of, can I have 10 grand? And Harley's like, why you just steal it? Because it sucks. Because I got killed, because my gangs got killed off by, was it Spoiler? I got killed off by the Bat family member, Spoiler. It's a spoiler of a spoiler that I got my ass kicked by Spoiler. So I was like, okay, I'm like, you know what, that's a reasonable response. But you also have a sense of, like, this bar that's been around since the beginning of the Harley Quinn show. And there is a level of connection. Like, this is the place that the villains go at. Like, this is where all the basic B-list onwards go have a drink. The only people who are at the Legion of Doom are all the big names, all the ones that everybody knows. Like, when Lex Luthor's talking about the anti-life equation, because he has this one goal, and we all know the goal. He's trying to kill Superman, which is literally funny when everyone goes, oh, for fuck's sake, get over it. The fucking clown got over it with the whole bat thing. Like, Joker realized he's never going to kill Batman. Okay? Maybe you should learn from the clown's mistakes to move on, set different goals. No, still having this killing Superman joke. Okay, so that's one of the jokes. And oh my god, the joke that was in the trailer.
Alls I know is when I was a kid, I'd sit in my room and I'd dream about being a supervillain. My mom would knock on the door and say, Chuck, what are you doing in there? And I'd say, not masturbating. And she'd say, that feels like something a masturbator would say while masturbating. And I'd be all like, Mom, I will tell you why I'm masturbating.
Jesus fuck! Stop telling that nasty ass story.
It doesn't get old. It doesn't get old. I was like, of course. Sorry, of course it is. The jokes are there. The jokes are there. The gore is there. The action sequence that happens in this episode is really put together. Once again, angel statues getting shooting rockets out of their penises. Just put it out there. You may call the blasting angels, so the weeping angels, and that. But yeah, you got the gore, you got the humor, you got all those things that makes you believe in as well. But at the beginning, I'm like, yeah, I feel this bar, I feel this connection, I feel this community that is there to a point. You kind of do want this bar to be a thing and be assistant and be assistant to those points. So yeah. Anyway, comment below what you thought of that first episode, and let me know your thoughts.